Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, for another one of the pre-concert interviews from Unpaused Chamber Music concert series. We like to invite today now to meet some of our musicians for the next concert called Tormenti d'Amor, Madrigals of Claudio Monteverdi, and we have with us Anna and Jacopo. So, welcome, and where you guys come from, what are your influences, where did you study?
I'm from Linda, Lake Constance, and I studied here in Munich at the University of Music together with Jacopo, Baroque cello and viola da gamba, and right now I'm doing my master in viola da gamba at the Mozarteum Salzburg.
I come from Italy and I studied here in Munich, and I'm finished since 2018. So
And you play the torba and you play here in this concert the viola da gamba. How much have you played these instruments? Like, what is your experience with Monteverdi, for example? And in general, what are the music that really attracts you in this repertoire or with your instruments?
Well, for the viola da gamba, there's a lot of French Baroque music, which I love because it's really beautiful. But Monteverdi is, one of my favorite composers, I have to say. So I'm really happy to do this project. It's really nice because we play too little, I think, this kind of music. And so it's perfect for the viola da gamba.
Yes, my first contact with Monteverdi was probably when I was 11, during the history of music in the school, and I just listened to some piece from Monteverdi. It was actually a piece from Orfeo, and I always remembered the melody, but I never and the words, but I never knew it was Monteverdi. And I just realized it was Monteverdi many years later, maybe 10 years later.
I know that the concept of like chamber music is not the same when you're speaking about early music, but how is it for you guys the difference between playing in bigger ensembles and playing in a small ensemble like this? Because since our concert series is based on chamber music, how is for you guys important to play in small ensembles? Does it make a difference, or is it nicer, or is it worse?
Well, it's actually what we usually do, play in smaller ensembles, because also the Baroque orchestras are much, much smaller than the modern orchestras. So usually in a Baroque orchestra we don't even have a conductor because it's so little people, so you can actually do it without a conductor, and it's really fun. And little groups and chamber music is the normal thing actually for us to do.
And let's say for my instruments, obviously playing for, let's say in small ensembles is better because it's not very loud. So it's...
Though you can be pretty loud with your instruments as well. It's very nice. You're gonna hear in this concert there are some like very present notes.
Yeah, it's really impressive.
Yeah.
The orbo.
No, I think it's a nice instrument that a lot of the public unfortunately doesn't know. I would say that unfortunately we are not exposed to early music as often we should, right? And I think we all hope that with this concert everyone gets a bit more an exposition to this kind of repertoire. Which kind of repertoire in the early music really, like, you know that you prefer Monteverdi above your favorite composer? Is there any other composer that like really attracts you?
Yeah, my all-time favorite is Johann Sebastian Bach.
And for you?
Probably Corelli and Handel.
So a bit later Baroque for you guys. Oh, interesting. I've always thought sometimes some earlier Baroque, my favorites ones. But nice, thank you very much for the interview. And we hope to invite you all for the concert with Unpaused Chamber Music. It will be the 16th of May at 7 p.m. German time. And we invite you all to be there or be square.